Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Foot. And his first pass is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. I'm thinking,
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw. Foot. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a... last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Vikings at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins in 8 prior to that defeat.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Here's Booker on the catch. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. And then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Operating from the gun. Foot. He finds his man. Complete. That's 4th. And some room to roam now. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing on 1st down. Foot. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. 5 plays there on that drive. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And Now this offense comes back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. This is caught inside the 15. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. On first down, Gary. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Well, there's your lead. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw on 2nd down. Foot. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 3rd down. Foot. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a throw here hauled in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Gary. And he's got Booker. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Gary. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Gary. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Foot firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Up the middle they go. Gay trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Gay. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 30. 116 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Foot. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him. even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Foot. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Titans are back within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now out comes Minnesota. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 1st and 10, Gary, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gary. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Foot. Got his man complete over the middle. It's 4th. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down. Foot. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Operating from the gun. Foot. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He finds his man complete. That's Russell. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they trail in that one as that game's got to have time. The Golden Eagles seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gary. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run? Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 137 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down now, Gay. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our game here in the 3rd. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On first down, Gary being chased out left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Gary. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. On the move past the 40, and he'll go down. Getting this inside the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Foot over the middle, complete. It's Russell. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial, pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Gary sliding out of the pocket. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Logan. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st and 10, Foot. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Gay, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Foot, and Allen's got it. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down. Foot. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Foot. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Back to throw. Foot. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Russell. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Foot. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he comes back with one complete. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Up the middle they go. Gay. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll keep it on the ground. Gay, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Foot. Now it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. A minute 54 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back to throw. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Hands it off out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Gary. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Tennessee,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
and they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings,
today. It's the National Football League. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Throwing to start the drive. Gary. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun. Gary.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. Williams now on first down. That is caught at the 7.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Williams. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings sit 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 60 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Gary. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st down, Gary.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Off play action, Gary. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Off the play fake, Gary. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Gary.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
He'll buy some time right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Williams to throw on second down. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
They find some open field here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Williams throwing on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On second down, Aiken. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st and 10, Gary. Oh, it's a screen pass. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
19 strike.
Looking to throw. Gary. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Gary. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 7.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The football going back to the Rams now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Diaz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action here on 1st down. Down the field and complete to Mooney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Barry. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Williams now. On 1st and 10. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gary. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Gary got his man complete over the middle. It's Logan. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love.
And it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get. Stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm.
Williams loses the football, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Now Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll kick things off in the AFC West as we check on Kansas City hosting Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. The Broncos looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. The Panthers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Williams on first down. It's complete. This is Starks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams. He's got this one complete to Fountain.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Aiken. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Operating from the gun. Williams locates Mooney on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Aiken. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. Gary. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a throw here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Threes all around. Operating from the gun. Gary, flush to his right. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead here this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Williams now to throw on second down. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Second down at 5. Operating from the gun, Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action, Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw. Williams. And Aiken with it over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. Here's Williams. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
To throw on second down, Gary got a man, and he hits him in stride. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 73 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Gary. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to about the 22 here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.